All right, we just finished. Back here is our third corner that we went around. Let me show you again on here. Our next corner is going to be a curve. We're done folding. We only folded the first 3 corners, and now we are ready to bunch and curve it. I'm going to show you using pins, a great way to help you do this, to help you keep it flat without having to like shove your fingers under there or, you know, risking getting hurt, and to keep it nice and even. So now you're going to need pins. In the last step I used clips, but now you're going to need pins. Okay, so here we are. We are at our next curve where we are ready to do our first bunch. So I'm going to take some of my rope and kind of tuck it around my table so that it's not pulling down on me. And then what we're going to do, we're going to use pins to secure it in place. We are going to scrunch it around. So if you can see here, we want this outside edge to stay flat. So the inside edge has got to scrunch in order to get that. We want to keep it as flat as we can. I am first going to take a pin and I'm going to stick it on this side. I don't really want that over here to bubble out in any weird way. I want that side to stay straight. So I'm going to stick the needle in just straight like this to help keep that side there. And then as I come around, I'm pushing this side down and scrunching in. So again, I'm not shoving it into the rope this way. I am bunching it together like this. Bunching it together. I hope you can see that around my fingers. So how we're curving it and bunching it. I'm now going to pin right here, right in the center. And again, I'm just going straight in from the outside, not smushing it in, keeping it so that this outside edge stays flat, but that it's tacked to the inside right there. And then I'm going to come around. I'm going to add 3 on this side just to help secure that edge, because that's where the loose end is, and I don't want the rope itself pulling itself out. Okay, now I am going to add 2 pins in right here to help keep these sides. Okay, so I've got it pinned, and now I'm just going to follow the curve. Now, because this does have these 2 kind of, or really 3 kind of straight lines, loop, 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 right there around the fold, as I go, I'm going to kind of straight, and then I'm going to pivot under the needle, kind of straight, pivot under the needle, and follow the lines like that. Once we come back around and then do the next rope outside of this is where I'm going to start to sew the curve. But for now, I'm going to kind of follow that line and not worry too much about curving it. So we're going to go ahead, take it nice and slow as well. And when you're on these curves, trying to keep that line, when it's the same fabric, it can be easy to lose where this line is that you need to seam across or sew across. So again, go slow, take it easy, especially if this is your first one. Give yourself plenty of grace. Now, if you can see, I'm kind of opening up right here. So I'm going to push my needle in a little bit more, not so that it's scrunched. Again, I don't want it to be scrunched. I just want it to be inside. But also when the needle is down, it is going to kind of, or when the foot is down, it's going to kind of fix itself a little bit. It will help to smush that in there. Now we're back on the straight. Okay, so we're back at this next corner. We're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to pull the pins out from our other side. Okay, again, I'm going to start with the side we're on just to keep it in its place. We're gonna loop around, making sure that this outer part stays flat. And since this curve is a little bit wider, I am gonna pin as I go around instead of doing the sides and then the edges. Okay, as you are going around, you will notice that the curve is getting wider. If you find you need to add or want to add more pins, absolutely add as many pins as you think that you need. There is no rule to, you can only use a certain number of pins. You make it as secure as you need it to be. I think that's good. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna follow, again, this has those kind of straight spots. For the most part, I'm gonna follow around and go straight with those. This one little spot, I can see it's wanting to lift off, so I'm just gonna push it down until it gets underneath the foot, and the foot will then hold it into place. And we're back on the straight. So you can keep continuing to pin as long as you need to. The farther you go, the bigger your project gets, the wider this curve will be. So it's not gonna be as tight as a curve through your whole project, especially if you're doing a 20 strip or even a 40 strip rug. You're gonna get to the points where it is a very gentle curve, and you will be able to just guide it around and make sure that you know, you're following your curve. It's gonna be a lot easier the farther that you go. I will say where a lot of people have issues is sometimes in those bigger corners or when you're not pinning. I have found that pinning makes it so much easier. When I'm not pinning, which I'm gonna do this next side and show you how I do it when I don't pin, it does get trickier and it does get easier to get waves or for it to start to bowl. What makes it bowl is when there's not enough fabric to keep this edge flat. And so it's too tight, and that's gonna make it start to rise is what it's gonna do. On the contrary, when you put too much fabric in there, you're gonna get a wave. I can't even squish it with my fingers. If you push too much fabric into it, that's when you're gonna get a wavy rug. And we don't want either of those. So let it just follow the line, pin it as much as you need to, and go from there. So if you decide not to pin, what I like to then do is just use my fingers. I want this outside edge to be flat. So I am gonna hold, you can already see it's starting to bunch. That's what we want. We want the bunch on the inside and the hold on the outside. I'm gonna go slowly readjust as I need to. Again, I'm gonna push a little bit more fabric up in here so it's bunching, hold it with my fingers, and go around the curve. Bunch a little bit more in there. Now, I do know that this probably still looks easy watching me do this. I have done this so many times. So when it's your first rug, it is a lot different. And I know watching someone do it on a video versus then trying to do it for the first time yourself can be very different. So always remember, give yourself some grace, especially if this is your first rug. And don't overcomplicate it. Like I said, if you need to pin it because that does a great job. You can already see here, so this is the side that I held. You can see how it's starting to lift already. So this would be a great place where when I stitch a little farther along, I could then have my iron right next to me, iron that flat, and that's gonna help keep it down and help stop it from continuing to lift as we go around. Because if you start to lift and you keep sewing along the lift, you're gonna get a bowl instead of a rug, which if you're going for a bowl, that's great. But when we're going for a rug or a placemat, we want it to be nice and flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue this one, and I will see you when we get to the end and show you how we end it.